Hi, this is Kim with Scholarly Pursuits. So today's adventure, we're going to take a tour of the Ohio Theater, which is in downtown Columbus. Now, what I love about this theater is look at the beautiful architecture. It's a tribute to days gone by. So if you like antiques, if you like old buildings and stories from the past, this is the perfect place. So what I found out was that periodically they offer tours to the public free of charge. And this particular tour was on a Saturday afternoon, and you got to come and view the building, hear stories from the past. I learned, for instance, that there are 2,791 seats. I learned that there was a Scottish-born architect, Thomas Lamb, who designed the Ohio Theater, and he envisioned that this theater would be for the average man. Now, when I heard about what Lamb's vision was for the Ohio Theater, I thought, as an African American, were we included in the average man? I don't know the answer to that for sure, but I did do a little research about theater in Columbus. And since the Ohio Theater was opened in 1928, and for African Americans that was definitely a difficult time, what I did discover, there was another theater in more what I would consider the black part of town called the Lincoln Theater that was constructed in 1928 as well, and blacks were definitely able to visit and be a part of the Lincoln Theater. So my suspicion is that that's where African Americans went instead of the Ohio Theater, but I don't know that for sure. So I want to talk about something else about the Ohio Theater. One of the things that came to mind when I was touring and hearing some of the stories of days gone by in the different rooms, and how ladies and men sometimes were separated when they socialized. The men could smoke in some of the rooms. You know, a lot of our buildings now are smoke free. But I thought about the Bridgerton series. If you've seen the Bridgerton series on TV, it's a series of books written by Julia Quinn. I am a fan of her books, haven't even seen the TV series, but I was reminded of that series when I was walking along, hearing the different stories about the Ohio Theater, the construction, the people that used to frequent there, the shows and things. So when the theater opened, it was originally a silent movie house. So as we continue on the tour, I'll tell you a little bit more about the theater. So it's built in the Spanish Baroque style. There was a woman graduate from the Columbia School of Architecture. She was the first woman, one of the first women to graduate, Anne Dornan, and she spent more than $1 million on art and furnishings of the Ohio Theater. She even went on a safari because there's a room called the Africa Corner, and she wanted to get some inspiration from that. Now, at the end of this video, we're going to hear from an organist, Clark Wilson, and he plays the Mighty Morton Organ, and it's an organ that comes up from the floor. And I used to, back in the day, go and see movies, because they have a movie series still to this day, and you can come and see movies from the past and some more current movies. And then at the end, the organist comes up and the music plays to conclude the presentation. So the nickname for the organ is the Mighty Morton. It was built by Robert Morton of the Organ Company Factories out of California. It consists of 2,500 pipes ranging in size from 1/2 inch to 16 feet in length. And it's powered by 25 horsepower turbine type blower. So you'll get to hear this. And that blower is located in the basement of the theater. And the audiences only see the console. It's 325 stop keys, 244 keys. Is constructed from mahogany. It's an amazing instrument, and it can play any kind of sound.
He plays 30 minutes before and does it the intermission, and then plays us out at the end of the evening. That, like this. And then the little orchestral flute. And also a couple of funny things called vox humanus. For you Latin scholars, that means human voice. Imaginative hearers back in the day thought they were hearing something that sounded like a choir of angels in the distance humming. Now, other imaginative hearers